Hello adventurers and welcome back to my channel. Today is kind of a weird day. I've been needing to do some projects outside. However, I've been encountering some weirdness. Every time I go outside, we're having like some kind of wind advisory, which makes it very hard to work. But I have two projects that have to be done outdoors, cannot be done indoors. And so I'm trying to hope and cross my fingers that the rain that I got this morning, which was ongoing for hours and hours and hours, one, didn't make the ground too soft, and two, has finally stopped. Long enough for the sun to come out and me to be able to complete this project. It's not a big project, but it's a project that has to be done. And so I'm gonna have my coffee and then kind of assess. Right now, it looks like the sky is starting to clear, at least for a little while. Tonight, we're supposed to get slammed again, so I have a very narrow window of time that I can use to do the project that I need to get done. Like this is looking promising. It's still pushing in and I can still see the clouds moving, but this is gonna take me like an hour maybe. And so I'm just trying to see if I'm gonna have enough clearing to get it finished. This looks good though. This mug I haven't packed up yet after Christmas and it's a good size. So today I'm gonna be having some chai tea and getting ready to reinstall my awning. So if you've watched my channel for a long time, you know that I have a Danchel awning that I actually had on my van that I installed a while back. The problem was I then ended up putting a static bed in and I put it on the opposite side from where it had started out to be. And I thought that that would be a great idea because then whenever I took out my passenger seat, I could go from the front to the back, no problem, if I needed to. However, by doing that, that made the awning basically useless on that side because I like to have my door open with the awning open, and that way I could sit inside the van and have that nice breeze and just enjoy the shade. But with the bed being on the side of the awning, it didn't really allow me to sit there and enjoy that because the bed is so tall. So when I put on my roof box, I took the awning off, but I left the brackets on. And eventually I was going to take those off and move them to the other side. I don't have to do that now because I've changed out my bed in my van. So I'm just going to be reinstalling the awning so that I can have it on the side that it initially was. So I'm going to take inventory of what I have out there and what I'm going to need. And then I'm going to figure this out and hopefully the weather participates in this process. So while I'm still in my PJs, it's time to go and figure this out. Here is Dimples, and because it has been raining, we have started to collect flies again. Not exactly sure why, but this is where it's going to go. Originally, this is the roof rack right here, and I had to install these brackets which can be used to hold the awning on, and they go under this bar of the roof rack and attach. So these are very strong and still in place. So all I have to do in theory is bring the awning out and screw it in, which means that I need a couple of things. I need something to help tighten, and I need the awning itself. I'm also gonna need sunglasses because after a rain, the sun is the most harsh on my eyes. Oh my gosh. But everything I just inspected looks like it's in good shape. Nothing looks like it needs to be repaired. And so that is a step in the right direction right there. In theory, after I have a little bit of my coffee, I'll be able to hop up on the ladder. But I think I'm gonna have to move the van because this area that I'm at right here is not the most even. And because I'm here by myself, I don't want to fall because my ladder kind of goes boop or something. So I'll move the van in just a moment to a flatter spot, and then I'll get the awning and figure out the tool situation, and this should be a pretty quick task today, in theory. So back inside I go to put on some regular clothes, find some tools, and grab the awning. Okay, here is the awning, and I need to clean it up just a little bit before I take it outside, just because it's a little grimy. It's easier to clean it while it's down, so I'm gonna take a nice cleaning cloth and just go over it, then put this in the van. And then I think I'm gonna go down to my dad's house because he has flat area, but he also has covered area just in case. As of right now, the sun is coming out, so I think I'm gonna be okay. But this allows me to, just in case we suddenly start getting rain, to go under something, or I might just go ahead and park under the awning just for safety purposes of what if it starts downpouring. I don't know. I don't assume this will be perfectly clean just by me going over it, but I just wanna get some of the junk off of it, just in general. In fact, just doing these little tasks ultimately makes me feel like I'm accomplishing things, even if I can't do everything I wanted to do. Okay, that's gonna dry for a minute and I'm gonna find some sunglasses and then drive down to my parents' house. Also, I went ahead and made sure I have the keys to the lock that I keep on the awning. I just do that so that it doesn't unzip itself randomly while going down the road. Okay, out to the van I go. Definitely turning into a nice pretty day. The wind will come back in this evening and kind of mess all this up, but for now, it's good. Oh, I can hear the water just falling off the roof box. This is gonna be nice and soggy up there. Okay, I'm up here, I got pulled in. I'm under an awning, so that's gonna help a little bit with the weirdness, but it's also super, super windy because that next burst is starting to come in and we're under a wind advisory now. So I'm going to go ahead and get this finished, but I'm probably not gonna be able to talk to you guys too much. It is just like gusting out there. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you kind of what's going on. And after I get it finished, we'll catch up on the other side of this project. The wind died down just a little bit and we're trying to get the lock to let loose. It's been out in the weather, it's gone to the desert, it's been pounded, it's been hit by bugs. It's pretty nasty. And so my dad just tried to use a little WD-40 to see if that would loosen it up. It did not work. So we're gonna try a couple more things, and if worse comes to worse, I might have to cut the lock and get a different one. But the whole reason I use this is so that it doesn't kind of undo itself while I'm going down the road and then the awning just fly out. So I'm really hoping that we can figure this out. If not, again, I can always get another lock, but I do have another key. So we're gonna try the other key, and then Dad is currently doing this. And if the other key doesn't work again, we'll just cut it. It won't be that big of a deal. I'll just move on. In the bigger picture of all the tasks that need to be done, this is one of the smaller things, but the awning, it was a big one, and it is now complete.
Just trying to turn, but
He got it, so now we're gonna test a couple of things, clean it out really good, and see if this is gonna be a lock that I can open and close, because ultimately if I can't open it and close it, then it doesn't do me any good. But I also may not be able to get it cut off on the road if it freezes up again, so that's why we wanna make sure that it's good. Okay, Dad did get it fixed. One of the things I wanna do though now is just to pull my zippers a little bit and make sure they're still good. They are, so that's good. So now we're just gonna lock it back up with the existing lock. We did take the little outer layer off because it was kind of messed up though. So yay, we're back in business. And then I'm gonna try it once again myself. Tiny key, where'd you go, tiny key? Okay, let's see, in, and it pops up. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go, that's good. That's much better. Okay, and just like that, we are finished, and the Danchel outdoor awning is reinstalled for all my adventures. I'm super excited. The lock, we went ahead and just took the tape off. I may end up putting some more black tape on there just because it makes it a little bit less obvious that there's a lock. It just kind of blends a little bit better. Again, it's not really that I care if people get in there because it's just an awning. But more so, I just want to make sure that it doesn't unzip while I'm going down the road. Now, this is something that has brought me a lot of joy on my adventures. It's provided me a lot of shade. It is a very nice, comfortable way to just enjoy a day without having the sun glaring down on me. So I'm very excited for this to be back as a part of the van again, and I can't wait. It's one step closer to the right direction. The wind has died down right now, but the rain is about to hit again, so I'm gonna go inside and start on some other projects that I can work on inside. All the while, the van is good on the outside. Remember guys, we're not here for a long time, but we are here for a good time, and finding the time amongst all the chaos sometimes is that. Till next time guys, bye!